Hello, lovers and friends. A warm welcome to Financial Freedom with Honeybee. My name is Malwandla Hanabe, and on today's episode, I want us to discuss savings and investments. Please note that anything that I say in my channel doesn't constitute financial advice. If you are looking for the services of a financial advisor, please be in contact with a qualified financial advisor. So yeah, let's get into today's episode. So it's savings and investment, right? So savings for me, it's something that I want in the next 3 months to 3 years. So these are short-term savings that I keep, right? And then investments, I invest on things that I would want from above 3 years and above, right? So starting off with savings, which these are like short term, right? There's only one thing that I've put on my savings that is not short term, and this is a tax-free savings account. So I've got a tax-free savings account, and I have made a video about a tax-free savings account. So if you want to know what that is and why I have it, please check it out on my videos below. It's about tax-free savings account. So I've got a tax-free savings account, and I save that in with a bank. And the reason I save it with a bank is because I want a sure thing. I want to know how much interest I'm making on my tax-free savings account. Because if I had put it in the stock market, it will be the same with my investment, fluctuating up and down, up and down. And that's not what I want. I don't want all my monies to be at the stock market. So I've got a tax-free savings account as one of the savings that I have, right? And then the next thing is an emergency account. So an emergency account, I've already explained in many videos because I want you to understand that everyone will have emergencies, and when those emergencies happen, they can derail you from your financial freedom goal or your financial freedom journey. So I've got a emergency account, and in my emergency account, I put enough to sustain me for a month. I know a lot of people are saying that you need to keep 3 to 6 months of your gross in your emergency account. I only put it for a month, and the reason I put it for a month is because if I need way more money than anticipated, I can always take it from the savings account that I have for that current year, right? So I put it just for a month, and basically things like if I have an accident, enough to cover my access, enough to cover my rent, enough to cover my food and electricity. So my living expenses, they're not really expensive. So I only keep enough for 1 month. And then the other month, if I don't have an income or something comes up, I can get money from my savings for that year. So it's an emergency account, which is number 2. Then the third one is savings for that current year. So this is from the 1st of Jan to the 30th or 31st of December. So everything that I save for that year, it goes into that savings account. So basically every year what I take from this savings account is money for school fees for my child. I pay it in Jan, and money for my tax-free savings account for the following year. And then whatever is left there, it goes for what I'm saving for in a short term, which for now I'm saving for a house. So I don't intend on paying cash for it. On the investment front, I've got, I think the first investment that I do, this is one that I do on self. This is on my physical health. I go to the gym, so I pay for the gym. I eat healthy most of the time, so healthy food is very expensive, so I invest on my health. And the second one is education. So for me, I invest on education because I understand that if it was not for education, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I go to school and go and upskill my skills and apply it on my day-to-day at my job, right? So I invest in education. So this is self-development, or what I invest on myself. And then the second one is my retirement fund. So in my retirement fund, I ensure that I contribute the 27.5% that is allowed from my taxable income. So I invest that into my retirement fund, right? In South Africa, you can invest 27.5% or 300,000, not more than that, right? The nice thing about investing in a retirement fund is if you've invested more on that year, they move it to the next financial year until they keep on carrying it over, right? To the next tax year, to the next tax year, jalo jalo. But yeah, now I only contribute what is prescribed. I do not want to carry it over. Then the third one that I do is with the excess money that I have that I know will start triggering SARS with the income or the interest income of 23,800, I start buying shares, right? So I've got a share portfolio that has currently is a 60% shares and 40% ETFs. And the reason I chose this split is because of my age. I'm currently 31 years old. I'm old, right? So 60-40, 60 on shares, 40% on ETFs. When I'm 40, I'll start having 50% on shares and then 50% on ETF, or 60% on ETFs and 40% on shares. And yeah, that's what I save for myself. So that's my split for now. It's 60 shares, 40% ETFs. And I do that with Easy Equities. So all the money that I know that will start triggering SARS, or that I'll know that I'll want in the next 3 years, above 3 years and above, I start buying shares, right? And the last one that I have is for my kids. So how I save for my child is I save her money on shares, right? So all the money that I want to save for her, it goes into the share portfolio on her name. And the reason for this is her interest, if she gets interest income, it would be part of my 23,800. So I don't want people's interest to influence my interest. So I put it on the shares because while it's on the shares, if I'm not selling it, it doesn't show as money or interest that was earned on that financial year, right? So this is how I do it. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I think I have. So just to give you a recap, I have a tax-free savings account, emergency account, and the saving for the current year. These are the savings that I have. And then on the investments, it's investing on self and my physical health, investing on my retirement annuity, and then buying shares on Easy Equities. So yeah, that's all I have. I think, yeah, that's enough for now. I love you, girls. I'll see you guys on the next video.